Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of State of Mind. Last episode, we were basically playing as Jean for a great bit. Shorter episode than the last episode because I wanted to spend some time finishing this game in this episode. So we're going to push it to the very end with this episode once and for all so we can move on to the next game. I am looking forward to other games that I want to play, and that's because State of Mind pretty much already has a lot of the stuff kind of wrapped up in places. I don't think there was much to really think about per se. I mean, I just want to see how it goes at the end, and then we'll probably check to see if load actually does what it does, which is or maybe at the end of the game if there's a chapter selecting stuff, so I can do my own stuff with it. The only one scene I wanted to see was Adam just changing his mind not to stay. And seeing how that plays out, but I don't think that would probably be possible, but we'll see what happens. I haven't really clicked on load. I didn't even want to bother with it because I don't want to think about it. I want to think about it when we play through with the choices we've already made, so then we can see what's going on. But yeah, we're now with John, the mayor or the governor of the City 5 is here, aka Raymond Kurtz and Valerie, which both are technically people who are pretty much in a weird way corrupted, and that they just have control of the whole city. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what it is yet, but I know what choices we can make, sort of.
Today is a big day. You should be at the Infinity Plaza.
Why?
With your father.
With me.
It's over, Richard. Don't you understand? John belongs here.
Dad?
Yes, it's over. Breakpoint will destroy your project.
Breakpoint?
Let him go.
That was close.
Yeah.
Maybe we should disconnect now.
Because Jeff is in here.
I'll take care of it. I'll head down again. Take care of the kid.
Amy. Or Valerie, rather.
Let my boy go!
Oh, is he exiting his body, I guess? Yeah, he's trying to get out of there to handle the stuff in the real life. Alright, not sure what's going on.
James, keep calm.
Stay with me, John.
Hey,
Adam?
am I interrupting?
Oh no, Jeff.
Charlie. We deleted him.
He's not
That's
Charlie.
Jeff.
That's Jeff, yeah.
Hey, Richard. How... Oops. Sounds as if I should leave you alone.
Jeff, call your people back. Stop this!
Sorry, but there's nothing left to be discussed. I just sent over the last server IDs. Everything will be over in a couple of minutes. And you have a front seat for the apocalypse. Be happy that you're not up here. Get off. I need the chair.
You're not getting out of there either way, so...
Raymond! He's escaping!
Sorry, kid, but this thing here, there's no future in it.
Dude, but you also have no future in it.
I'm afraid there's no going back, Jeff.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Your body, it's here, next to the port.
You're at Breakpoint.
Maybe there is something to discuss.
Yeah, you can't get back.
Amy, I'm here. What's going on over there?
Uh-oh.
Very clever, Richard. But I think I found a body.
Oh no, he's gonna
Stall
take over
him.
Raymond.
I'll be with you in a second.
Oh no, Raymond. I'll be with you in a second.
Uh-oh, he's gonna try to take over his body. Oh no. This is so weird. So there's gonna be two brains in one body, I guess?
He's gone. He downloaded himself.
What? In whose body?
Raymond's?
Raymond!
Hey, how's it going up there? Don't worry. 2 minutes into your deliverance.
Okay, do what you want.
Valerie. Oh my god,
She
this
also
is...
wants to escape.
Let her. We'll
Let
get you
her-
quicker.
Yeah. No, Lydia.
I can't go on anymore.
No.
Lydia.
Upload me.
Why?
Do it. Please.
We're losing too much time.
Just
My
help.
God.
Yeah, just do it,
Okay,
Richard.
quickly. Come on, come on.
Oh, she's out. Yeah, her body's out now. So
Good luck, kiddo.
What? Oh my god, Amy is such an ass. Good luck, kiddo. Oh, she went into Lydia's body.
Almost done.
Amy went into Lydia's body, so she's gonna die. Right? Or is Lydia downloaded into Amy's body? Oh, Lydia is downloaded to Amy's body.
What?
Lydia?
Hey, I'm here. Don't worry.
Oh, so it is Lydia now.
Who are you?
That's Lydia, James.
I'm alive.
So weird, but okay, I guess. So so where did Amy go?
Simon, finally.
Oh, Tracy.
I have the bodies.
Oh, and James. Oh, do we want to trade Tracy into... Oh, that's interesting. So we have a choice to drop Lydia into Tracy's body if we wanted. I guess. So what is...
James.
Oh, and Tracy.
Mom! Mom is here.
Oh no, Lydia can't
I
get
couldn't
out
leave
there.
you here alone.
Richard?
Lydia, we have the bodies. We have to get James into the chair.
Yeah, James first.
Come
though.
now!
Go. Go to your father.
Yeah, James first.
Ready?
Oh, but then we only have one body
Yeah.
for one person only. Okay, we got James out. This is so strange because we got a choice now, it looks like. We got a choice between
James?
Tracy and Lydia. Oh no. Okay, I'm okay with James being out and alive. That was
Dad?
kind of expected.
There you are.
Welcome back, James.
Sit in the chair, Lydia. I'll get you out of there. We have to get Tracy into the chair.
Wait, but Tracy's there though. Tracy the robot is there.
I want Mom to go.
That's not your... It's...
So
She's
which one?
just a fragment now.
Yeah, her memory is erased from the thing.
Don't you love her anymore?
James, listen.
Don't you want her to live?
Sir, I am afraid we're out of time.
Yeah, we only got a choice. One choice. Either Lydia or Tracy. Oh, that's disgustingly sad. I'm pretty sure Lydia would forgive us, though, because she knows that she wasn't meant to be there.
Dad?
But, truth be told, Sally's not going to be really Tracy at all. And she would have to relearn who she is at the same time. Well, Lydia is going to stay as Lydia anyway, so... Oh, this is a really tough choice in this game. But I do want to stick with giving... because ultimately, I want to give... Okay, let me pause that, because I feel like it makes me nervous just thinking about it with him typing. I do think ultimately, this is James's call, because James is the one who... Because Lydia barely knows John, or James, whichever. James, like... Lydia barely knows James at all. Like, she didn't really show... It's hard because we don't really know if she really showed any interest in having a kid or taking care of a kid. While the original Tracy, or Sally rather, Sally wanted to take care of John/James, but she barely remembers anything. So she's kind of having to go through a sort of sense of reality, a reality recovery. Like, she has to recover herself from that matter. So it's just like, I don't know. This is really, it's a really intriguing choice. I don't really know. Can't we just have two of them in one body, I guess? That would have been nicer to have, I guess. Because I could tell that Raymond and Jeff were going to have conflicting things in one body. Because Jeff downloaded himself into Jeff's body. Or into Richard's body. Raymond Kurtz's body. Sorry. Names. Raymond Raymond now has Jeff's mind in his body right now. So I'm kind of curious if there could be two people in one body at this point. But I do want Sally to go because I think Sally deserves a place for what John or what James wanted. But Tracy never loved Richard, and that was the problem because Richard never really cared. Or Richard and Tracy, or the original Tracy and Richard never originally cared for each other after that whole car accident. So how can they even repair that relationship when, in fact, like Tracy eventually will kind of leave Richard behind if she feels that she doesn't belong in the place of being in love with him anymore, or that they don't love each other anymore in a way. Well, Lydia does still care and love Richard on one hand, but I hate this, really. I really hate this choice because none of the two really feel like bad choices, but none of the two are really good choices either. Like, they're very neutral choices, I think. Like, I don't prefer Sally because she's gone, and she's shown in the past that the original Tracy never loved Richard to begin with, and kind of went behind his back to do other things. Well, Lydia, on the other hand, wasn't meant to be, but it was destined to be forced into the relationship with Richard. But she really doesn't, like, I don't know what her take is about the kid situation, so that's also another iffy part. Alright, let's do Sally.
Fine.
I'm ready.
I hate it, but Sally does belong in Tracy's body to begin with. Sally. Man, Sally's creepy as hell. In a way.
Good day, Richard.
Tracy.
I am Sally, Richard. I am happy to be with you again.
This is so weird. Is this what you want, James? Really?
The city's collapsing.
Yeah. I much prefer Lydia now, because I kind of had a feeling that it would be like a robot. Oh, bye, Adam. Your beautiful society's gone. Yeah, everything is just corrupted now, I guess. Yeah, Adam is like no longer in a happy place. John's gone, while Lydia's stuck behind to just see it crash. This is so
Adam,
sad.
He's going to die.
It was his decision.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
I gave him that decision.
Maybe we could. I could download it. To me.
What? The whole city?
The amount of data is too much.
Yeah, isn't
I
it?
can do it.
You could die, James.
I won't allow it. He's not real, James. He doesn't exist.
But he exists for
Adam
him.
doesn't exist. I have to try.
Let him, Richard.
Oh? Come on, Richard, just let it. No, I'm not gonna abandon it. Download it to him.
Fine. Okay. Then try.
I mean, he is an AI, though. James is ultimately an AI human. I like how Simon's like, is this gonna be weird? Wait, is Simon gonna help activate it? That's interesting. I do want to see what happens, though. Because I am curious how you would be able to download the whole city into his brain.
James?
He will make it, sir.
Simon.
James!
The way Simon said it's kind of scary.
Is everything okay?
Is he able to see two worlds at once, I guess? So City 5 is his dream when he sleeps. Oh god.
Yeah, everything's okay.
What? I'm so confused by that.
Let's go.
Huh?
Where?
Home?
Home.
Yeah. It's like, go where? Home. Obviously. So that means Jeff is going to remain in Raymond's body. I'm guessing we're going into epilogue now. If there's no epilogue, I'm going to be disappointed. There's got to be an epilogue to see, like, sort of like what happened after X amount of time has passed. I don't know. I don't want a Robot Tracy, though. I just don't feel like it's happy ending for having to have Robot Tracy around. Or Sally, rather. She's calling herself Sally for the most part. James? It's so strange because the city is living inside his head now. And then Sally as Tracy is kind of weird too. Can this relationship even continue? I'm so confused to this whole situation. I mean, it's for sure the fact that Sally / Tracy is here because she loves James like a mother to a kid. And Richard loves James as his own kid as well. But then I have a feeling James is not seeing he's not seeing Berlin. He's seeing City 5 at the moment. His head's watching what's going on in there. Oh, that's beautiful clouds. Sort of. Sort of, kind of. So is he talking to Adam in here, in his head? Huh. We're gonna play as James inside his own head with the City 5. So wait, so if it's inside his head, can he just construct different things going on, I guess? Nobody's gonna be able to get involved in this city no more, besides the people in it. And James. Oh, geez, 3 achievements in 1. Roll credits, achievement unlocked, Behind Children's Eyes. Behind Children's Eyes, achievement unlocked, and there was another thing on that. Give me a quick moment. Let me see what the last achievement was. Yeah, it's frozen in place, that's fine. Roll credits, achievement unlocked, which is finishing the game. Family reunion, Richard got James and Tracy back. That's another achievement. Behind Children's Eyes, which is downloading City 5 into James' memory, which is the other achievement. So that's 3 achievements in 1, which is hilarious to me in general. Is there any other thing that I can see? I don't think there's anything else in here. Is there anything else that I could have gotten? Let's see. Simon saved less than half of his fellow robots. Didn't know that was a thing. City 5 got destroyed, so that's the other ending, of course, where City 5 gets destroyed. Adam did everything John likes, which I don't really remember. I'm looking at the achievements, sorry. I'm just breezing through this achievement for a little bit before we go back to roll credits. Didn't manage to make John tired. Richard wrote an article that pleases his boss. Richard got his family back, sort of, which is probably the one where I have to save, where I take Lydia over Tracy, Robot Tracy. Okay. I guess the remaining achievements are just, what is your ending? Oh, geez, it just kept playing. The whole credits kept playing. I do apologize. I didn't realize the credits was rolling still. Alright, thank you guys for joining me on this adventure of State of Mind. This has been State of Mind, a sort of, like, interesting game, I guess. I would say it's interesting narratively, though it does have a little bit of nuances that or not nuances, but like, yeah, I might play the credits twice, just to probably let you guys know. Yeah, we got time. Yeah, I'll probably play the credits like for the first half of it and close it out on this, and then like close it out after I see the artists again, because I missed out the designers and programmers maybe at the beginning at the top of the credits roll, because I didn't realize it was still running. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm trying to think of what I wanted to say. So yeah, State of Mind, narratively interesting. I think it's definitely somewhat or maybe it is kind of like similarly styled to Telltale games. Like I do feel like it's a very heavy narrative game. It does actually give you that sort of sense of like dystopian style, like, you know, are technology or technological like things considered as reality, or is it just that they're a figment of our sort of creation in a sense, and like, do they deserve to live, do they deserve not to live? And then having cloning be a topic in itself in this case, where they're cloning people and replicating people's memories onto other people. I'm not a big fan of the ending here though, even though it seems like a very happy ending. I think if I swap with Sally and Lydia and having human Lydia around, I still think it would probably hit the same ending, or at least slightly differently, very slightly differently. But so far it seems like Sally would have just remained kind of like robot-esque and not really truly love Richard to begin with. Like, it's just an artificially fake love. I'm a little bit sad though that they skimped out the ending by not giving us a sort of semi-resolve. Like, there's no real good resolve to it, besides James being able to see the city from his eyes, I guess. Or maybe it might have been a better ending to have James not have City 5 in his head, I guess. I do have a feeling that having Lydia around as the mother character, and then as Tracy, and James being free from City 5 in his head is a better ending, maybe, potentially, because I feel like that makes more sense to me personally, that Richard would say like, no, just abandon it, it's not worth having that thing in your head for no reason. Like, it just doesn't help James. It does keep James' sanity at a normal rate, but it doesn't really explain how the city's going to evolve or what's going to happen to that City 5 in his head. And I kind of feel like that's why it feels kind of half-baked in a way. Like, it's just like, oh, cool, downloaded the brain, but we don't see the results of what happens then. So that kind of hurt my feelings of making that choice for the for putting the thing into James's head, putting the what was it called? Putting the really third-party licenses is really actually the whole like license definitions. This looks like it's like a contract just being revealed to me. Sorry, I don't think this is supposed to be a credits. This does not look like credits to me. This looks like a contract or a not a contract, but like it kind of like looks like a contract slash handbook to like how to utilize this thing. I don't know, it just looks weird. What I'm trying to say is that I much prefer James just being like his own way, because it's just too much burden and weight to put a whole city into somebody's head and just making them like it makes me feel like it's more like a dream. Like, James probably has the City 5 in his head like a dream now, but then he doesn't have any involvement to that city, but he gets to see what's going on in that city, basically. So it's kind of like, okay, whatever kind of feeling. So I don't know. I would love to see if I can go to the other ending and see what happens. But who knows? I think that there also would have been an interesting thing happening, but I don't think Adam being there, like if Adam refused to join and stay in City 5, I don't think anything would happen. It will probably just extend the gameplay a little bit longer, I bet, or that the story will go a little bit differently, but it wouldn't be as it wouldn't be as like probably much to the story. I think that the story that we went through with Richard and Lydia was meant to be the way it was meant to be, I think. But ultimately, I think that it doesn't matter too much of what's going on. I really don't know why this is the credits. Can I exit? Oh, I can. Cool. And yeah, that would be the credits, I guess. I'm curious if... oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna scroll down slowly then. I'm gonna scroll through it myself. Alright. I don't know why they don't have an auto credits thing here, but yeah. Yeah, we skipped the programmers and designers, which is my bad. So once I see the artists, then I'm gonna probably just stop it there and just head back to see load. I want to see the loading though, because I want to see if it's... Actually, let me go a little bit further. Because I didn't realize it was like a bunch of artists being involved in... Or I just let it run in the background and I didn't know it was gonna keep going. Special effects, nice. Concept art, 2D art, GUI design, music. Oh, they did skip music, didn't they? Nope, never mind. It's what it was. Okay, cool. Let's see load. Ooh, does it go all the way? Oh, it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does. Wow. Okay, we can go all the way to the back. Okay, let me see the ending then. Let's see the other ending. I don't think I care much about Adam staying or not. I don't think there's an achievement for that thing. But I want to try to see the full ending again, the choice ending. Let my boy go. Alright, this is that ending portion again. I don't think I can skip past this part, I guess, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I want to see what happens if we chose Lydia and chose not to save the City 5. Would that change anything, out of curiosity? But I am very thankful that the game chose to give us this replayability of like certain parts of the game, because it's nice to see that sort of thing.
John, my boy, what are you getting up to?
Alright. I'm gonna skip any sort of important dialogues that I have seen already, so we're just gonna go right into like whatever it is.
Today is a big day.
If I can
You
skip.
should be at the Infinity Plaza.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to press
With
the
your
button to skip.
father.
With me.
With
It's
me.
over, Richard. Don't you understand? John belongs here.
Dad?
Yes, it's over. Breakpoint will destroy your project.
Breakpoint?
Let him go.
Okay. Yeah, we know it's blowing up. I get it. I
That was
might want to
close.
cut forward though.
Maybe we should disconnect now.
No, I'll take care of it. I'll head down again. Take care of the kid.
Kind of weird that he says head down and he just goes nowhere. Like he's just like, I'm gonna go back to my body, just not even there. at
Let
all.
my boy go.
But it's kind of weird though, because he says that he's like sitting there. Like it seems like he was sitting on a seat still when this happened. I'm just so confused by it.
James, keep calm.
Stay with me, John.
Amy.
Hey, am I interrupting?
Charlie, we deleted him.
That's Jeff.
Hey,
Jeff?
Richard. How... Oops. Sounds as if I should leave you alone.
Jeff, call your people back. Stop this.
They won't.
Sorry, but there's nothing left to be discussed. I just sent over the last server IDs. Everything will be over in a couple of minutes. And you? You have a front seat for the apocalypse. Be happy that you're not up here. Get off. Leave the
In a
chair.
way, that's true. Like at least we're not not
Raymond!
downloaded
He's
data.
escaping!
Sorry, kid, but this thing here, there's no future in it.
Well,
I'm
Jeff
afraid
has
there's no
future.
going back, Jeff.
Yep.
What?
Your body. It's here. Next to the port.
You're at Breakpoint.
Maybe there is something to discuss.
Amy, I'm here. What's going on over there?
Very clever, Richard. But I think I found a body.
Stall him. I'll be with you in a second.
You can't stall him.
No, Raymond. I'll be with you in a second.
It is kind of weird though that he went to his body, but we don't see the results of what happens to that body with the two people's inside the head. Like, how do you do that
He's gone. He downloaded himself.
to that
What?
thing? Yeah.
In whose body?
Raymond!
Hey, how's it going up there? Don't worry. 2 minutes into your deliverance.
Okay, do what you want.
2 minutes. Oh, Valerie's going back out. Valerie's like, I'm not gonna die here
She
with you.
also wants to escape.
Let her. We'll get you quicker.
Lol.
I can't go on anymore.
So
Lydia.
essentially...
Upload me.
What?
Do it. Please.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
losing
yeah.
too much time.
Come on, just do it.
My God. Okay, quickly.
Yeah. So
Come
essentially,
on,
I
come
do think
on.
that the two did swap bodies, I think. Valerie probably swapped into Lydia's body, and Lydia swapped to Amy's body by that point. So Valerie just ends up just dying anyways, because she doesn't have a body to
Good
really
luck,
go back
kiddo.
to. Yeah, she just probably tried to find like the most convenient body to just go into, and she ended up swapping with Lydia instead. Which Lydia was already dying, so I don't think it mattered anyway.
Almost done.
Yeah, Lydia was already dying anyway, so Valerie just disappearing into that would have probably not changed anything. I wish I could skip the whole scenes and all, because we've already seen this, but
Lydia?
they didn't probably implement it
Hey,
because they didn't want to break animations.
I'm here.
Yes, you are.
Don't
You are
worry.
there.
Who are you?
It's Lydia.
That's Lydia, James.
I'm alive.
For now. Alright, so let's see what happens.
Simon, finally.
I have the bodies.
I like how he controls the drones. Like he found drones to actually conveniently move the body. This is so funny to me. It's like, bro, how the hell did you have their bodies like that, dude? Alright, James first. Let's go again. Sally?
James,
There's Sally again.
Mom! Mom is here.
I couldn't leave you here alone.
Richard?
Lydia, we have the bodies. We have to get James into the chair. Come now!
It's funny he
Go.
didn't realize Tracy
Go
was
to your
here.
father.
Ready?
Yeah.
I really don't know how I would deal with, like... I'm wondering if we would ever have seen Tracy's true person back. I kind of wish to see that
James?
version of her, though. I really wish we could have seen that version of Tracy come back and, like, show something or do
Dad?
something different that I would have wanted to see more of.
There
I
you
guess.
are.
Welcome back, James.
Sit in the chair, Lydia. I'll get you out of there. We have to get Tracy into the chair.
But Mom,
I want Mom to go.
no,
That's not your... It's...
not this time.
She's just a fragment now.
Yeah, she's just only a memory
Don't
now.
you love her anymore?
James, listen.
Don't you want her to live?
I did, but I can't.
Sir, I am afraid we're out of time.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes almost. I don't know. I don't really want Tracy slash Sally, because specifically Sally, because Sally is not even Tracy anymore. They're just not there anymore. So I want to see what happens if we chose Lydia over Tracy, or Sally rather.
Dad?
Download Lydia.
Lydia?
I'm sorry, James.
Okay. I'm ready.
But Sally is just not the same. She's not the same person.
Richard. This is unbelievable.
Oh, James looks sad now. So does that mean that City 5 won't get saved because James doesn't get what he wants?
The city's collapsing.
Let's see if Sally's in the scene for this one. Because I know last time we saw Lydia, like, looking at everything collapsing. I do suspect there might be, like, 4 endings, though. I mean, I do have a suspicion that there's 4 endings in this game, though. Alright. Yeah. Yep, there's Sally instead of Lydia. Jeez. Looking at that is sad.
He's going to die.
It was his decision.
That's true. Still.
There's nothing we can do.
Maybe we could. I could download it. To me.
What? The whole city?
The amount of data is too much.
I can do it.
You could die, James.
Yes.
I won't allow it. He's not real, James. He doesn't exist.
Adam doesn't exist?
That's true.
I have to try.
Let him, Richard.
Oh, Lydia is like saying the same line. Choice? Abandon.
You heard what Jeff said. That up there, there's no future in it.
Oh, that seems harsh.
Come here, boy.
Come here, boy. You shouldn't say boy, dude. Come here, boy.
In 10 seconds.
So there's just very micro variations of this ending, isn't it? Oh, jeez, are you kidding me? Oh, Sally, no. Yeah, everyone just disintegrates into pieces of data. Adam, no. Yeah. Oh, jeez, everything just disappears like in a broken fragment. White noise static. Epilogue? Semi-epilogue scene? Oh, it's just a literal terminal screen. So there's nothing in the server anymore. So the server is really wiped out. Oh, John, James is just so sad.
Is everything okay?
No, of course not.
Let's go.
Of course
Where
it's
are we
never
going?
home.
Home.
Instead of John saying it or James saying it, it's Richard that says it. That's hilarious. I'm pretty sure this ending is depressing, probably, because I don't know. There's no way to really like either or. I think it just doesn't feel. It just doesn't work for either one. Like the first one we got didn't work well with me either. So I'm guessing this one's worst off because of the fact that they both probably both Lydia and James aren't able to like keep it together, I guess, in this part. Yeah, they're just reusing the same ending anyways. What would have happened if we had James join our side? Would that means that we have an extra scene with James and John with Adam? I'm kind of curious about that. Because this ending seems still kind of depressing a little bit, nonetheless. Or that it didn't really change much, it feels like, from the other choice I made. Simon just walking in the background. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's any different from the other ending. Ugh. Maybe we see what James is seeing in his eyes, maybe. Versus, like, going into his eyeball, we're just, like, looking out into an empty vista or something like that. Berlin, the only thing you'll see in your life now. Yeah, that's the end of it, isn't it? Achievement. Yeah, the two achievements of not real anyway, patchwork, achievement unlocked. Both of them are probably just like me choosing those choices of having the family sort of and not letting City 5 survive, basically. Alright, give me a quick second. Let me take a moment of break to come back and then refresh myself. Let me get myself a little bit of thoughts together and then kind of have closing thoughts and statements to say in this video. So give me a quick moment. But this will be the end of the series / episode. So we'll see what happens. Or I'll talk more about the stuff and we'll see from there where we go from here and then end it all together. Alrighty. Welcome back from the transition. Like a blurred transition, rather. Alright, so this is it for State of Mind. Obviously, that's funny that the the logo of the game appears in the in front of the screen. Yeah, so this is the end of State of Mind. My closing thoughts on this game so far. I think this game was pretty interesting. I think I like the themes of what they were trying to explore. When I first started out, I was just like, I'm intrigued. I was just like, okay, there's a mysterious, like, there's a plot about some sort of mystery behind why things are there. But then as it slowly unraveled, like as everything started being revealed, like about like maybe closer to halfway point of the game, it felt very kind of like, huh. I mean, it's nothing bad per se, but I felt like the topic of like, oh, like technology and the morals around technology, it just like it feels kind of like the same note that a lot of other shows and movies have done, and maybe other games have done, where it's like exploring humanity versus robots, and does robot deserve a place in human society when humans already are feeling a bit more like detached from the world. I mean, like today's time feels just almost like that, where everybody in this world is sort of attached to a technology or to some sort of gadget. Like I myself am attached here, where I'm just playing it on a computer and just staring at a screen and talking to a bunch of nothingness right now, because there's no real audience in front of me. It's just a camera right here with a microphone right in front of me. So it's just kind of like it plays that role very well, and interestingly enough, they tried to explore it and stuff, but it wasn't anything new per se, I feel like, because like if you consume a lot of technological dystopian style stories and worlds and digest a bunch of them from movies, shows, music, maybe games, other games, like I think like Cyberpunk is a good one to kind of look at. Cyberpunk 2077, which I haven't played yet, or like what other ones? There's some Japanese games that have it like that. Maybe like the Zero Escape games kind of explore it a little bit, but they're more pseudoscience-y. Maybe like the Silver Case and the 25th Ward that I've played in the past have been a really good example. And Remember Me is another game I played off my own time that I really think actually hits this a little bit well, where you can alter people's memory because the memories are all digital. I really like that concepts. I like those kind of concepts, but I feel like sometimes they're just the same thing. And then, of course, games like Detroit Becomes Human, I haven't played yet either, are a good example of exploring, like, does robots but belong in a society of humans and stuff like that. Like, there's so many of them nowadays that I feel like they haven't really went past a sort of, like, exterior... Like, it hasn't went past the story points that makes it unique anymore, unfortunately. So it becomes harder for me to really like feel any. It feels almost formulaic, almost narratively. Except for like some games like like Cyberpunk 2077 is like full on like RPG, which is, I think the genre changes up its narrative a little bit because it makes it a little bit different. But I think that with this story type genre, or the sort of like point and click adventure or semi point and click adventure style stuff, it kind of feels, or Telltale game style stuff, it feels kind of like a repeat style of storytelling that hasn't changed much from what movies and TV shows I've seen. I think I haven't seen them. I've seen a lot, but I feel like that's how it is. It's just more like a feeling than it is knowing exactly word for word which movies or shows inspire this kind of style of storytelling. So I think that the narrative itself is pretty okay. I don't think it's the worst thing around. I think that it's really nice to kind of have your food for thoughts kind of thing with that topic. I think the voxel-based artistic style is really interesting. I don't think I like it as much, though, because it feels less detailed. But I think it's only for the sake of saving, like, not having too much, like, emphasis in the face animation, I guess. Maybe that would be like, I don't think it's really like beneficial in any way, but it's just to help distinguish a style that the game wants to pursue, I bet. And that's why they went to like a voxel based human face kind of thing, which is fine. I don't really prefer it, though. I don't like it as much because it's not as interesting, but it does give it a key specific style of art choice that it has. But I like the architecture. The game's architecture that is being built, minimal but still very unique. And some places they put like a lot more complex looks into it, and that's what's cool about it. And I really enjoy that. There's a lot of interactivity in this game as well, like a lot of narrative details, like specific examine stuff, and the boxes were like showing you details of stuff that you could examine at any point. I really like that as well. It's really a nice touch to bring in the world building to a bigger scale a little bit. I don't think there was anything too bad. I think it's just very simple, per se. Like, the game feels very simple enough to kind of just get from point A to point B. There was a feeling of multiple endings, but I just don't feel like I would know where exactly those multiple endings would play out and how it would shift the ending a little bit more than what we just saw with saving the city but keeping Lydia, or not saving the city and keeping Sally. Like, it really didn't make any sense to me personally how that ending ended up being, because all the other choices were like small micro hindsight consequences versus having to be big consequences across the whole game. But those, of course, are harder to make considering the story needs to be consistent throughout. But even then, a lot of the dialogues felt a little disjointed, as I said before. I think 2 episodes ago or 1 episode ago. Dialogue seems to be disjointed sometimes, where it's just like when you choose one thing, it felt like it would have been dialogue for another different dialogue that I might have pointed out if I needed or wanted it to. It's kind of like the problem of where, like, if you make a choice, the tone shifts, but maybe that's because the person reading it was reading it differently and didn't realize that the dialogue for the other thing that came before it might have been different or sounded different to them. So, who knows? I mean, I think it's okay. I think the voice acting is pretty good too. I like Geralt as Richard. It's a funny thing. I don't know the actor's full name or the actor's real name, which is kind of disrespectful, I think, in my mind. But I do apologize since I don't really commit people's brain. Commits the name into my brain that easily. But yeah, voice acting is pretty good. Sound design is pretty cool. I think I tried my best to not do a lot of music stuff in this game because copyright stuff, but with whatever I heard, it seems pretty good that they used whatever sound library they could have used. I don't know if they had like a full music designer or composer or anything like that. I couldn't tell really because I didn't know. I did look at the credit, but I don't really know exactly who's who or what's what. But whatever library they used was pretty decent for what they needed, I think, so it's fine. But yeah, as a game that I would probably recommend, I definitely would recommend the game if you feel like you're bored and you got nothing better to do, or if you're an achievement hunter and this is you want an easy achievement hunting game, this is definitely probably what it is. It's just a little bit time consuming based on what it is. If you want just a simple, like, no-brainer, nothing to think about, just want to watch somebody go crazy, fail, or like suffer in the fact of missing a family, I guess this game is for you, I guess, if you really want that. I mean, ultimately, it's just so simple that this game is so simple and so like straightforward that I don't think it really had anything unique that makes me feel like, oh yeah, I would recommend so greatly. But it's not the worst thing around. It's just very simple. It's very in the middle of the crowd kind of feeling of a game that doesn't really have anything crazy going on, besides having those interesting choices here and there. Yeah. Otherwise, that's it for this series of State of Mind. So thank you guys for joining me on State of Mind. The next episode, which won't be there, is just going to be another game, another series. So we're not going to... This is the end of the series, obviously. If you guys want to buy the game for yourself, get the game yourself. I'll leave all the links to all the possible places you can find this game, so you can pick it up for yourself if you want to try this out for yourself. Obviously, there's some more other things I did not explore. There's a lot of other choices that I could have made, like Adam choosing to leave City 5, or to act like an absolute douchebag to James or to the robot, to everybody as Richard is an option, but I didn't choose all of it because reasons. Because I didn't want to be an asshole to everyone, honestly. I wish to be a nice, neutral guy, but apparently Richard just seems to continue being that way. So I didn't do all of those choices, so if you buy the game for yourself, you can probably see those choices in reaction to what you chose, because you can actually be rude to everyone and be really mean to everyone else, so it seems plausible that way. Yeah, so I'll leave those links, and if you guys want to check out other games that I played, other Telltale style games or anything like that, they are there on the channel. Maybe one video series will be at the end of this one that might be related to that, or maybe not. It might be a third-person game that I've played in the past. I don't know. I'll select one eventually and see what it is when I get to the editing of this video releasing. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in another game or another series of mines. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day, weekend, night, or whenever watching this. What's next for the series that I'm going to be playing? It will be another third-person game. I have a lot of third-person games on this channel, but another third-person game that I had in my mind that I wanted to try because it was very intriguing. Maybe narrative-based, I think. I haven't really known if it was narrative-based or not. I was kind of curious about it, but it's going to be on another publisher that I've played off of another game from the past, because I was kind of debating between like this game and the other game, but I was like feeling like I was doing too much of the same publishers in one run, and I was just like, nah, I gotta give one publisher one game per series and not just have it be like everything about that publisher's games library, because I was just overplaying it for myself personally. But yeah, I'm glad I played this game to try it out and see how I feel about it. I think this is an interesting game to try out to see. And I think that I've learned a few things here and there from this game that I really liked. Even though it's funny because I see a lot of the same problems I see in Unreal Engine. It's just come back to life in this game because the lighting issue was there. Technology-wise, I think this game runs fine on a high-end PC, but gosh, like the lighting situation with the light processing, post-processing stuff was just like, what's going on? Why is everything so dim and dark? But that's because that's what the engine did back then. I don't know if it still does it. I haven't actually gotten to that point yet because I haven't been working too deeply in the level design stuff for my Unreal Engine stuff, so I haven't really gotten to the latest Unreal Engine 5 stuff and seeing if that's still a persistent issue where lighting kind of blinds your ass. And then you're like, wipe it down once you look away from it. It's just like, wow, okay. But we'll see what happens, I guess, as I keep working on projects to see if that's the case. For myself, personally. I'm not saying I'm working anywhere at all with Unreal Engine at the moment. So, anyways, point is, that's it for the series. And I'll see you guys in the next series that will come up after this. So, other than that, Roz out.